How blessed are the Sith. Welcome back to Team Ion Presents Ardavan's Crusade. Sorry, it took me a second to remember what the name of this campaign is. In the last video, I believe, which was also the first one, I believe we signed up to Bohemond, the Count of Tripoli and Prince of Antioch, as he says in the thing, at his party leader description at the top there, and we did a siege, I recall that, and that was the last thing we did. Anyway, I guess on with the war. And yes, as you can see, the map is incredibly laggy, so I will probably end up skipping over this until something exciting happens, so that way you do not have to see the drudgery of us walking through this evil map. Ooh, there's besieging Damascus, the former seat of the Caliphate, except this isn't the Caliphate anymore, I don't think. This is, I think there may be Mamluks? Yeah. Well, I guess we're going to besiege that Amman castle. Well, considering it's so close, I may just, continue. I might not skip over it. Actually, you know what? I changed my mind. I will skip until we either besiege actually get into the battle, or we are attacked, because it is possible they will send a force to attack us. So, see you in a bit. The siege went on for so long, and we're still doing it, by the way, that we actually got promoted. We have fought one battle, and by the way, I recall that in the last episode, the Prince of Antioch here, Duke Bohemond, he said we had to fight 3 battles before he'd give us permission to marry. Anyway, so we've done one battle, and we've been in a siege, and we're promoted. Anyway, now, what happens is we can go to the weaponsmith, and this is good because we really need a sword. We have a choice of swords. In my experience... actually, not in my experience. This one's quicker, so... I'm gonna go... actually, this one's only slightly less quick. I'm gonna go with the decorated arming sword, and basically try to gear myself as much towards... Sorry, I'm just trying to pause the, just trying to pause the game. But, the hotkey I've got assigned to it didn't work. Shield, that's good. Yes, we need a shield. Oh, no, I don't want to preview it, I just want to use it. Gotta press the button in this case. I think it's a, maybe not a glitch, but something to do with, the server soldier mod. We want... bow would be nice, yes. Yeah, let's go, a bow, and it would be the most inopportune moment if, we started the siege, I mean the actual battle right now before I could load up. New helmet, yes, now we're talking. Funny how 6 is the highest armor tier you can go, so they're actually giving us a really, the options of some really nice headgear. So, well, this one's the best, so we're just going to go with the absolute best options, even though it makes no sense for a lower tier soldier to have that sort of, equipment. Cape. Ah, yes, I recall now. There are some things that you only get access to until you actually are tier 6 or whatnot. So, we don't get a cape, we get a shawl, because we aren't apparently worthy of, anything grand. Let's go with the white tabard. It's nice having an actual armor to work with. Gloves? Yeah, we still have to use basic, gloves. Boots. We'll just go with the mail chaucers, assuming that's even how you pronounce that word. I don't think we are... yeah, we can't have a horse because we're not that high. So, yes, we have all the equipment, so I'm just gonna stop until we actually get to the siege. Finally, we are, attacking Amman Castle. So, we have double the troops they do, so, and quite a few lords in our party. So let's do this. Since it's obvious to me that until we actually become able to retire from the service, which means we have to reach level 6 unless... I'm not sure if we can ask to be released, but we're gonna reach level 6, or rather rank 6. So I may just have to skip over battles and basically skip the grind until we get there. And in my Rob Storm campaign, if you've watched the last episode, I've actually managed to get Rob to the point that he can become a vassal of Stannis Baratheon. So I've skipped the grind for that one, and it only took me 1 day. A very long day, but I did it. So let's do this. I'll help with the battering ram. Come on, guys. Put your backs into it. Seriously, I'm the only one on the battering ram? Maybe... Oh no, there we go. Since that was a very long siege, I had just a moment there where I thought, oh, maybe they managed to use their catapults, as in us, our catapults, to batter down the enemy's walls and create holes in them, which is actually a valid tactic. You don't necessarily have to use siege equipment. You can, I mean, well, I suppose catapults and trebuchets are siege equipment, but I mean, you don't have to use rams and towers. You can just batter the enemy's walls down and then go for it. I get the feeling this battering ram is not going to survive. And in fact, if you look at the bottom right-hand corner there, you'll see that we almost died. It's only for our healing factor that we're still alive. The healing factor is, even at 1%, it's very overpowered, but I refuse to change it, because otherwise, well, we probably wouldn't last very long. And this, especially at this low level, and then well, the whole point of a Let's Play is entertainment, as my favourite YouTuber Execute would say, so there has to be some reason for watching. Although if they manage to get one good catapult or whatever their siege equipment is on us, we're probably gonna get knocked out. And they do have a catapult up there. Steady, man. I really should have picked to be at the back of the battering ram. But you know, Ardavan is brave. Ardavan Yazdanyar, the last of the House of Sassan. And Lord willing, the Lord of Mesopotamia one day. That's his goal. Get revenge. And there's nothing I can do about my dogs in the background since we're in a battle, but if you can hear that, I'm sorry. However, I think we may be out of the range of the catapults, which means the battering ram gets to do its job. It's 3 o'clock, oh no, actually the time is currently 4:37, but around 3 to 5 where I live, we live on a main road, so people do walk past all the time, and it drives the dogs nuts. I do have filters on my software. I do have filter software on my microphone, is what I'm trying to say, which hopefully will filter out the noise. But if it bleeds through, I'm sorry. All right, let's go, boys. Just. Now we don't have the same mod pack as we do for the Realm of Thrones Let's Play or playthrough, so we can't just swing a sword and knock down 5 people, but we're going to do our best. Apparently it is actually possible to use that Realm of Thrones 1.2.12 pack. I need to come up with a better word for it. in order to, you can use it in conjunction with the Anno Domini pack, is what I'm trying to say. Ooh, archers. Rarely do the archers have shields. I mean, they do sometimes. Actually, it looks like all these people do. But sometimes they don't, and it just makes really easy pickings. Go on, hit me! Yes! Basic recruits! Actually, these might not be basic recruits, but they're extremely low tier. Hardly any armor at all. In fact, they're only wearing cloth, so these people I should be able to get good swings in. And I've actually managed to kill some people in this battle, which I didn't manage to do last time, so we do get experience from kills. Sorry for the lag spikes. Yeah, the AI is not smart unless you mod it. So people, when they run away, they won't bother fighting back. In the Realm of Thrones mod pack that I have for Rob Storm, they do fight back if you get too close, because it makes no sense for them to not put up a fight if someone is actively trying to kill them. I want to get as many kills as I possibly can in, because more kills, more experience. Guys, you're in my way. Most of these people are knights, I imagine, so they'll probably be thinking, who are you? If you're the commander of Siege, you can actually use your horse. We've entered that point where they just tell everybody to charge, and there's 4 people left on the field. Now it's 3. In the enemy army, I mean. Now it's 2. It's not even worth me going to try and fight them, because the battle will be over pretty soon. One last person. Who, there we go. I was going to say they're putting up quite a good fight considering they lasted so long. And we get 4% of the loot. I didn't know we could have loot as a soldier, but okay. It was a Byzantine emperor who, I think it may have been Heraclius, who, I guess we don't get loot, who said it's better to wait until you make sure that all the enemies in the area are actually dead before you start looting, because otherwise it takes too long. Yeah, we took Damascus, by the way. It takes too long and you're more likely to get ambushed that way. Anyway, I'm going to skip over until something exciting happens. See you. Thank goodness we're now in Acre, which means I can actually show you how the training system works. Yes. Sorry, it's just because I'm so used to the Realm of Thrones thing where you have to actually pick to enter the city. We can participate in a tournament, but that would be a good way to raise money. But at the moment, we're weak, and we probably won't survive the tournament. So instead, we're going to train with the troops. Now, there is an automation option, and I will be using it. So you can choose what you want to go with. We're going to go with melee because it's our bread and butter. And then you just press H. Now, it's a little overpowered because I had the healing factor, so I can just train like crazy. But at the moment, my character is using a polearm, and we haven't even bothered with a polearm, I don't think. So, nor do we have any focus points in it, so it's going to take a long time. My dogs are barking in the background, sorry if you can hear that. But yeah, your character will go until they get knocked out, and you will eventually face more and more and stronger opponents. With my dogs, I figure it's better to just talk over the top, because I've got to get this recording done. Okay, that I'm going to stop. And, well, while I was telling my dogs to shush, took about a minute, but we got knocked out, so, yeah. But we took out many people with us, and we even managed to get a focus point in polearm specifically because we were training it. Now we can't just hop back into training because that would be extremely overpowered, and it doesn't let us. We actually are knocked out and have to heal. So you do have to choose whether you want to do a tournament if you want to increase your renown or get a bit of money, or whether you want to actually train. Also, Navarre, the Kingdom of Navarre, that's been eliminated. Anyway, I have been updating these. Oh, we had 3 points in polearm. Okay, not bad. Let's go with powerful. Let's be big and strong. Cavalry, because we may want to go the knight path where you have a sword, you have a shield and a spear on your horse. That's what Western knights did, Latin knights. The Byzantines didn't really do that sort of thing. Actually, I suppose they had cataphracts, but they didn't have knights, so to speak. My dog Jelly, you just heard. If you heard her. Oh no, we got a specific point in polearm, that's why it's 3. Okay. Carry on, and I will pause until we get back. Well, we've received another promotion, so just wanted to quickly update you on that. I will just switch out my weapons, but I'll do that off screen, and we'll continue when something of substance happens. As a consequence of me being promoted, I was able to have a horse. And because of that, you have an option where if a bandit troop, or a bandit troop I guess, not as in an individual troop, but a group, gets too close to you, you can lure them into an ambush. Which I have, and even though there's only 6 of them, we're gonna still fight it out. Anyway, let's do this. 6 against 460, fair fight. I'm just gonna charge, basically. Might not be a bad idea for me to get a lance. That way I can actually fight properly on horseback.
On my orders!
I want the kill, I want the kill, I want the kill! The problem is there's dozens of horse or mounted units that also want the kill. Right, now it's... Oh. What's going on here? Sorry, it went... Oh no. Okay, we got one. Which, in fairness, considering there was only 6 of them, it's not bad. Anyway, back to pausing. Okay, finally we have something to do. Another thing you can do as a cavalryman in this game, if you're in an army, is you can attack enemy caravans. And this is a Mamluk caravan, and we are going to attack them. And you don't have your entire army at your disposal. You have a certain number of cavalry with you. So it's us versus them. Not exactly a fair fight, but we're going to do this anyway. And considering they're carrying war material for the enemy, this technically might not be an evil act. At least these people can actually defend themselves as opposed to villagers. I'm gonna go after the non-mounted units because they're easier to kill. You know, for some reason, he keeps stabbing with the sword, rather than, going for a swing. Back off, these are my kills. Not the most scientific method of fighting, but it works. Just keep hitting him. You killed him! He was mine! I guess, you know, if it takes me 3 dozen swings and I still haven't killed him, then it's fair enough that someone else got to do it. Nice! And I got a little points for the bow. Anyway, this is going to be it for the episode because I figure this is the best I can do in terms of grind, and until 10 kills. Until, what I am going to do is what I'm trying to say, is I will skip over the grind until we are well enough that we can either be dismissed from our service or we've done something, you know, well enough, exciting enough for it to make a good podcast. I mean, not a podcast, sorry, to make a good episode. I have podcasts on the brain because I listen to the History of Byzantium podcast all the time, and you should listen to it too if you can. Not sponsored. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Wait a minute, I'm just going to see, do we have enough for promotion? No, but we're getting there. Thank you very much for watching. This has been Darius for Team Arm Presents, and no matter where you are in the world, have a good day. See you on Wednesday for SOCOM 3.